Hello, English learners. Welcome back to English Pod. My name is Marco.
And I'm Erica.
And today we're bringing you the sequel of I'm Sorry I Love You.
Part 2.
Part 2.
That's right.
I guess a lot of our listeners enjoyed the first part. Mm-hmm. And since it was such a romantic dialogue and hit, we're bringing part 2. So it's even more romantic, and I'm sure everyone is going to find some great and useful language in it.
That's right. We've got language that we use to talk about dates.
A date, yeah. Mm-hmm. So useful language for when you're going on a date.
That's right. Well, before we look at this date language, let's listen to the dialogue for the first time.
I'm so relieved that your ankle wasn't broken. I feel just awful about this whole thing. I want to make it up to you. Let me take you out to dinner tonight, my treat.
Oh, that sounds great. I'd love to. Here's my address. Pick me up at 8.
Perfect.
Thank you for such a lovely evening. The food was amazing and I had a great time.
Me too. You look so beautiful tonight. I wish this night would never end. There's something that I have to tell you.
But what is it?
I woke up today thinking that this would be just like any other day. But I was wrong. The twist of fate brought us together. I crashed into your life and you into mine, and this may sound crazy, but I'm falling in love with you, Veronica.
Wow, such a romantic dialogue.
It really sounds like they're falling in love.
Yeah, it's a really romantic thing that's going on right now, but there was some really useful words here, so why don't we take a look at language takeaway?
Language takeaway.
Today, we have 3 words for language takeaway, and the first one is relieved.
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 So we have some great examples on how we use relieved, and I'm really sure you can understand the meaning from the sentences.
Example 1. They were relieved to hear that the company would not be making any layoffs. Example 2.
I'm so relieved to hear your voice. I was worried something happened to you.
I guess relieved is like a happy or relaxed feeling that you get if you avoid something bad, right?
Right. I'm so relieved that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Now for our second word, pick me up.
Pick me up.
Pick me up.
So when you ask someone to pick you up, you're saying basically...
Come and get me.
Okay, so let's give a couple of examples.
All right.
My husband was supposed to pick me up from work yesterday, but he forgot.
Does that really happen?
Yes.
All right, we'll have a talk with him. Or we could also say, oh, I need to hurry up. The taxi will pick me up at 7.
Yes. So come and get me.
Right. Mm-hmm. Pick me up.
And our final word in today's language takeaway is...
ordinary.
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 So ordinary is a normal word.
Yes. Meaning?
It's normal.
Uh-huh.
Nothing uncommon about it.
Yeah.
So you can have like an ordinary person.
An ordinary day.
An ordinary day. Ordinary life.
Uh-huh.
Nothing exciting about it. What else is ordinary?
Ordinary podcast.
An ordinary podcast, which English Pod is
not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So ordinary. Okay, great words. And I guess now we can listen to our dialogue a second time.
This time it'll be a little bit slower, and this will help you to understand the language more clearly.
I'm so relieved that your ankle wasn't broken. I feel just awful about this whole thing. I want to make it up to you. Let me take you out to dinner tonight. My treat.
That sounds great. I'd love to. Here is my address. Pick me up at 8?
Perfect.
Thank you for such a lovely evening. The food was amazing, and I had a great time.
Me too. You look so beautiful tonight. I wish this night would never end. There's something I have to tell you.
What is it?
I woke up today thinking this would be just like any other ordinary day, but I was wrong. A twist of fate brought us together. I crashed into your life and you into mine, And this may sound crazy, but I'm falling in love with you, Veronica.
Okay, so we looked at some great vocabulary, and now we can look at some great phrases. So let's start with Fluency Builder.
Fluency Builder.
On Fluency Builder today, we have 3 great phrases. So why don't we just start with the first one?
Yeah, the first one we heard at the beginning of the dialogue. Make it up to you.
Make it up to you.
Make it up to you.
Okay, so we have some great examples on how we use make it up. So let's listen.
Example 1. I'm sorry I forgot your birthday. How can I make it up to you? Example 2.
I feel terrible for calling your mother fat. I want to make it up to her, so I got her these flowers.
Example 3. John forgot my anniversary again. He's going to have to make it up to me.
We can see from the examples that when you use the phrase make it up to you, you're kind of saying you want to balance something bad you did with some good action, right?
Right, so if you call your mother-in-law fat...
You better buy her at least some flowers or a card or something.
To make it up, right?
Yeah. So the bad action was...
calling her fat.
And the balancing good action was the flowers.
Oh, the flowers,
yeah.
yeah. I don't think flowers will be enough, though.
Looks like a doomed marriage.
Okay, our second phrase, my treat.
My treat.
My treat.
So we use this phrase when we want to say, I'll invite you. I'll pay for you.
I'll pay.
Uh-huh.
Right, so I can say, hey, let's go get some beers. It's my treat.
Ooh, thanks, Marco.
So I'm paying, right?
Yeah.
My treat. And our last phrase for Fluency Builder, a twist of fate.
A twist of fate.
Twist of fate.
A twist of fate.
So, Erica, what is a twist of fate?
A twist of fate is an unplanned event that has a big impact on your future or your life.
Okay.
Marco, can you give us an example of a twist of fate?
All right. For example, okay, you're supposed to catch a flight to another country. All right. But you're late, so you miss your flight.
Okay.
And that flight crashes.
Wow.
Right. So
that's a twist of fate.
So yeah, it's like fate. It's like destiny.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to be on that flight.
Okay, so a twist of fate.
A twist of fate.
Great. On a happier note, let's listen to the dialogue a third time.
I'm so relieved that your ankle wasn't broken. I feel just awful about this whole thing. I want to make it up to you. Let me take you out to dinner tonight, my treat.
Oh, that sounds great. I'd love to. Here's my address. Pick me up at 8.
Perfect.
Thank you for such a lovely evening. The food was amazing and I had a great time.
Me too. You look so beautiful tonight. I wish this night would never end. There's something that I have to tell you.
But what is it?
I woke up today thinking that this would be just like any other day. But I was wrong. The twist of fate brought us together. I crashed into your life and you into mine, and this may sound crazy, but I'm falling in love with you, Veronica.
Okay, so we're back. Erica, I know you have a story of a twist of fate in your life.
Yes. Recently, actually, this happened. I went to this party. And at the party, there was a contest, like sort of a lottery. Mm-hmm. You could buy some tickets and win a prize. And the prize was a week-long vacation.
Okay.
So I went with some friends of mine, and they were tired. So they left early, and they gave me their tickets. And
Wow.
guess what happened?
What happened?
We won. We won the week-long vacation.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing. So that was a really lucky twist of fate for me.
A lucky twist of fate. Yeah, that's a good story.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't that good of a twist of fate for your friends.
Yeah, but they were very generous and let me have the prize anyway.
All right. Well, we want to hear your stories of maybe some type of twist of fate that you've had.
Yes.
Maybe love stories, maybe tragic stories, any story.
I'm sorry. I love you. The words I'm sorry and I love you hold immense power. They are simple yet profound. Together, they express vulnerability, care, and connection. These words can heal wounds, strengthen relationships, and remind us of the importance of love and forgiveness in our lives. Let us explore these phrases deeply and reflect on why they matter so much. The meaning of I'm sorry. Saying I'm sorry is not just about admitting a mistake. It is about taking responsibility. It shows that we care about the feelings of others and value the bond we share with them. When we say I'm sorry, we are not only expressing regret, but also showing humility. Humility is the ability to accept that we are not perfect. We all make mistakes. We say things we do not mean. We hurt others, sometimes unintentionally. But when we say I'm sorry, we open the door to healing. We acknowledge our actions and their impact on others. Apologizing is not always easy. It requires courage to admit we were wrong. It requires strength to face the hurt we may have caused. But when we say I'm sorry, we give the other person a chance to forgive us. Forgiveness is the beginning of a new chapter in any relationship. The power of I love you. I love you is one of the most beautiful phrases in any language. It is not just a romantic expression. It can be said to family, friends, or anyone we deeply care about. These 3 words remind us that we are not alone. They show that we are valued and cherished. Love is a bond that connects us to others. It is not just about saying the words, it is about showing love through actions. True love is patient, kind, and understanding. It accepts people as they are, with all their flaws and imperfections. Saying I love you can brighten someone's day. It can make them feel special and appreciated. In moments of difficulty, these words can provide comfort and strength. Love gives us the courage to face challenges and the hope to keep going. Combining I'm sorry and I love you. When we say I'm sorry, I love you, we are expressing 2 powerful emotions at once, regret and affection. This combination is a bridge between pain and healing. It acknowledges the hurt while also reaffirming the bond of love. These words are especially important in times of conflict. When we hurt someone we love, saying I'm sorry is the first step toward rebuilding trust. Adding I love you shows that despite the mistake, the love remains strong. It reminds the other person that they are important to us. Why these words matter. Life is full of ups and downs. Relationships are no different. There will be moments of joy and moments of disagreement. But what keeps relationships strong is the willingness to apologize and the commitment to love. Saying I'm sorry, I love you requires emotional maturity. It shows that we value the relationship more than our ego. It is a way of putting the other person's feelings above our pride. This selflessness is what makes relationships thrive. These words also teach us about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not just about letting go of anger. It is about giving someone another chance. When someone says, I'm sorry, I love you, they are asking for that chance. They are saying, I made a mistake, but I still care. A universal message. I'm sorry. I love you is not limited to romantic relationships. It applies to all kinds of bonds, parents and children, siblings, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. It is a reminder that we are all human. We all make mistakes, and we all need love. In a world that can sometimes feel divided and cold, these words bring warmth and connection. They remind us that relationships are worth saving. They remind us to be kind and compassionate, not only to others but also to ourselves. Learning to say these words. It is important to practice saying I'm sorry, I love you. Start with small steps. When you hurt someone, even in a small way, take responsibility and apologize. When you feel love for someone, do not hesitate to express it. Sometimes, we fear that saying I'm sorry makes us weak, or we think that saying I love you will make us vulnerable. But the truth is, these words make us stronger. They build trust, deepen connections, and create a sense of belonging. Conclusion. I'm sorry, I love you are words that can change lives. They can mend broken relationships and make strong ones even stronger. They teach us about forgiveness, humility, and the importance of love. So, do not wait for the perfect moment to say these words. The perfect moment is now. Life is short, and relationships are precious. Say I'm sorry when you need to. Say I love you often. And when the time comes, do not be afraid to say both. These words may be simple, but their meaning is profound. They are a gift you can give to others and to yourself. Let them be a part of your life, and you will find that they can make the world a brighter, more loving place.
The English Pod Audio Review. Listen to the meaning, then say the vocabulary word. Relaxed and happy that something difficult has been stopped.
Relieved.
Do something good as a balance to a bad or hurtful action.
Make it up.
I will pay.
My treat.
Go somewhere in order to get someone or something.
Pick up.
Normal.
Ordinary.
Unplanned events that have a big impact on the future.
Twist of fate.
Hit something, causing serious damage.
Crash.
Start being in love.
Fall in love. Go on a date.
Invite or ask someone to go on a date.
Ask you out.
Invite someone to go and do something.
Take you out.
Decline an invitation.
Turn down.
An expression to show excitement about something.
Look forward to.
Be in a relationship with someone.